Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba, does it again!
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go, three-pointer, Hutchins, double order!
Again, comes down to fundamentals.
Oh, my goodness, Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win!
Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Caney's got it. Rises up. The shot.
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The flipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
Euro step, Elliott Money. How we doing, everyone? Welcome to the Pump Fake Pod. Not really episode 3 with all the previews, but day 3 of the betting slate upon us. We just are finishing up day 2. Elliott, seemed to be a good start to the year for all of us. How you feeling? How we feeling? College basketball's back. There's nothing better, man.
Yeah, feeling good. Rough day for me today. Some of those big numbers just couldn't get home. There down the stretch, kind of got backdoored a little bit as expected when you have some of those big numbers. That Purdue game especially, you should have just hopped in on it right when it opened at 29.5. Kind of big proponent of getting the number early on those big numbers. Just kind of shows you why. Opened at 29.5, closed at 33.5, finished at 31. So sometimes it works out in your favor. Not all the time, but it's always good to, on those big favorites that you expect to increase and go up, you kind of want to get it as early as possible.
Yeah, Monday night, I'm not going to say I had a lot of money out there. It felt like a lot. Today felt just a little more comfortable for me just because, we like betting volume. We bet volume. I still have like 7 there, but yeah, the big numbers were tough. The ones that we didn't bet. I started 0-2, but right now sitting at 6-2 though on the day, which feeling good. So I'm sitting just a little bit under 1.5 units, just because I'm betting half units. So sitting just a little under 1.5 units because I cashed out that Texas Tech bet that didn't hit. A lot of my no bets did pretty good though, and picks overall. I do owe Trevor a DoorDash for the Valparaiso bet. So we can count those units eventually. But San Diego State, I need them minus 22, 66-41. And we can hit our fave parlay if that hits as well, as Southern Utah cashed. UNC Greensboro, Kansas State over hit after a sluggish start, ended up hitting. I also need Portland State plus 11.5. I think you do as well. Nevada's team total is going to soar. I'm soft for not betting it. Soft for not betting Oklahoma State team total as well. I saw the board last night. 20 or so games, right? Like a little bit under 20 games. It's always nice, man. I felt a little more comfortable tonight. I don't know about you. And I was looking up every stream possible, not having ESPN on my YouTube TV. I'm still holding out. I do have ESPN Plus. How's that ESPN app by chance? I don't know if ESPN Plus on Hulu is hit or miss sometimes for me, but don't you have the ESPN app?
Oh no, absolutely atrocious. The whole product is terrible. ESPN Plus in general, no matter where you got it tonight, you go through the Disney Plus, you go through Hulu, you go through wherever to get to all these games tonight. And they had a period of about 30 minutes where I couldn't watch a single fucking game. So I'm boycotting ESPN. I freaking hate what they're trying to do. They're trying to get more money from YouTube TV. I've had YouTube TV for going on 2 years now. Never had an issue with streaming. Maybe an occasional lag here and there, but never something where they've announced this brand new app and then they're gonna have the worst fucking experience and terrible quality. Everything's glitchy. You can't even barely hear the announcers or understand the announcers because every other word is skipping over. Then I had this glitch where I would get into the game and then it would automatically kick me out to another game, and I couldn't get it to stay on the same game. So I had to keep going in to keep watching K-State over and over and over again. It was just fucking atrocious. I hate it. They're just greedy bastards. So I'm definitely boycotting ESPN in terms of, obviously I'm gonna have to use ESPN Plus to watch a lot of these games because I don't want to do the illegal pirating stuff and be fucking 2.5 minutes behind. But I'm definitely going to be using the Score app and the Real app. Those are the two that I'm going to kind of be shouting out and supporting throughout the remainder of this year. I'm not using ESPN to kind of cover my teams, follow any of the scores, anything like that. They don't deserve my business, I don't think. With just the
I'm a strictly Score app guy for we talked about that last night. I mean, Real Sports is kind of new, but the Score app, I kind of saw this. I gave it a try. I still like the Score app a little better. It's called, but this was kind of nice though. Let me see. It's called Superfan Sports, and then you like pick which sport. You download the app per sport, and it has like the box score and stuff. I thought that was kind of neat and interesting. Just a new little something where you don't have to go digging too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's annoying
as well here with a lot. I just care about the updating. I was on YouTube watching Kentucky versus Nicholls State, and there was like 5 baskets made in the first 8 minutes of the game. I'm not kidding, dude. It was like it was the worst basketball I've ever seen, and it was like on this like YouTube stream from some dude that like just risking his life. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get in trouble for watching this. So it's on YouTube, but this guy's definitely gonna get in trouble. But there's something in the chat. Appreciate you guys. It's greed. That is biblical greed. That is how it is bad. Then it's like and I'm on YouTube TV. So I haven't canceled YouTube TV.
It's not YouTube TV's fault.
I have it here. I'm watching YouTube TV right now. It's
Disney, ESPN being greedy. They're the ones they're wanting you to have YouTube TV pay more. So it's not that YouTube TV is trying to stand on their business because they don't want to pass on the amount of money that ESPN is trying to get, Disney, I should say, is trying to get from them, because then that's going to mean that YouTube TV is going to pass it on to their customers. And that's something they don't want to do because they've continuously raised prices. So it's like good on YouTube TV. I'm not going to get rid of it right now. But a lot of it is just it's just annoying. I mean, I would say like if you had a premium product, a superior product, and you were doing this because it was worth it and there was a good reason behind it, sure, 100%, I definitely agree. But the fact that you're trying to, get YouTube TV to pay even more and more money for a lackluster product that is complete shit and has severe problems, severe difficulties, what tonight we had how many games? 18 games stream on ESPN Plus. What happens on a Saturday, in freaking January when there's 115 games streaming on ESPN Plus?
Mainly on ESPN Plus. Yep.
What's going to happen? So it's just like, it just pisses me off.
No, I'm with you, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the line. I think they'll cave. They're being like the government right now. I think they'll cave. I don't know how long it'll be, but yeah, it's getting to the point where, I'm trying to build out my 4 TV setup. I can't be having this swirly app just like I saw on yours. It pissed me off. But anyway, we're all over the place. I'm downloading every streaming service possible. I got ESPN Plus. This is a mess. It's all a mess. But anyway, let's get into some good stuff. Recap real quick. Purdue, big number, didn't hit, so that's not really good. Kentucky, I mentioned, was terrible. Is that 2-0 for our 2-team money line parlays? 2 for 2 days. I think we'll have to whip out another one today if for a spread that we might not fully like. And then West Virginia, Mount St. Mary's under. That was nice. NJIT, man, dominating Fordham. No way I could lay 30 points with Fordham. I couldn't bring it in me. I liked the under. I think it ended up hitting, but shout out NJIT, man. They actually looked good. I watched that game.
The craziest thing about that is NJIT was missing their top 2 players too. So I thought it was a blessing that I ended up calling the number and betting for them when I heard the news that NJIT was going to have their 2 top players. But they showed me.
And then Texas Tech, we're soft, cashed out. It was Lindenwood. We were overthinking. But UNC Greensboro, Kansas State, over 142.5. And I will cash out, or I did count my minus 0.9 with my cash out, by the way. So I'm counting my units strictly. And then UNC Greensboro, what happened there, man? I watched a little bit of that first half. It was tough. Other than that, I didn't really catch the rest of the game, but it looked like Kansas State put up like 90-something points.
Yeah, scored 60 in the second half, most in the half in the Jerome Tang era. We just kind of caught fire from three. We've got like a three-headed dragon there at guard with Nate Johnson, Bashir, Abdi Bashir, and PJ Haggerty. And you had those guys knocking down threes, playing really good. We didn't turn it over as much in the second half. I think we had 12 turnovers in the first half, ended up with 6 there in the second. So overall played a lot better. Our defense actually looked okay. We still really kind of got out-rebounded in the first half by UNC Greensboro, which isn't, too concerning right now. But, if you're getting out-rebounded by a SoCon team, then you really need to try to get something figured out there on the defensive rebounding side. But, yeah, overall, it was easiest way to put it, lackluster first half. I'm sure he lit a fire under their ass there at halftime, and they came out, showed it, and blew them out there in the second half, covered with ease. And then that 140 over 142 was a no sweat. When it was 4-5 at that first time out, I was like, oh shit, I'm going to get 9 points of CLV and still lose this bet somehow. But once that second half started and they were hitting shots and running with tempo, I knew it was going to hit with ease.
Yeah, I think they'll be good. It always takes gelling. I think a lot of time, as much as we're excited about a roster, seeing a roster kind of come together, being able to switch on sets, running different types of sets, understanding how to transition with other guys. That's the inside the lines of the game we don't talk about, and that's where I think we see that's where we see those slow starts. Just because everyone's getting familiar with each other, not only just shooting the ball, passing the ball, and figuring out that, but it's the simple call outs and understanding each other's mental prowess in the game as well too. So it's a big grand scheme in this transfer portal circus. But Oklahoma State dominated. Steve Lutz, his era was back, putting up 95 points. Valparaiso won by 2 points to EIU. Iowa, man, they look like a really good team. Ben McCollum looks like to be a winner. I know it's Robert Morris, but hey, and I'm glad I had my notes. I had both of them down, 22.5 in the under. I'm glad I didn't take the under 144, but yeah, I should have done it with you, and I apologize for not going in on that.
No, don't apologize. I didn't want both of us to be losers. I was glad you at least steered away and bet the minus 22. That's what I should have done. That's what I originally was going to do.
We were hung there too. It didn't move.
No.
Did not move the entire day.
So good. Yeah, great win by Iowa. They definitely had a lot more up tempo than they had there at Drake. But I think that comes with a lot of the pieces that they have around Sturtz and just kind of the style. But it's also is Robert Morris. They're not very good defensively.
And we missed a good point by Daniel's videos. Thanks, Daniel. That's college basketball for you. We don't know what it takes. Sometimes it hits. The numbers count. So.
Yeah, I will say the other thing that, maybe I'm going to have to pay attention to and kind of figure out is these late game pullouts from some of these players like a JT Toppin and Watts, Lawan Watts there at Texas Tech, announced 30 minutes before tip, and that number went from 34.5 all the way down to 29.5 in a matter of 5 minutes. And then you got Brandon Roy and 3 other guys out for Oklahoma State. That was announced shortly 30 minutes before tip as well. So that's the only unfortunate part about getting the number early, is that you possibly, set yourself up for some of these players here in the early season, kind of whether it be rest, conservative management. Just maybe they have a small little ache and pain that they're trying to just avoid a significant injury to some of these bye teams and bye games. But, it's college basketball. I think I should just be more of the next man up kind of mindset when it comes to college basketball. I shouldn't let, it was my bad or my fault. I should have just let it ride with Texas Tech today and just said, hey, next man up. It's a far superior team against a way inferior team.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of those things where don't pay too much attention to some of the injury stuff. I mean, when you get into conference play, obviously, when you got two teams that are of similar calibers and you're losing your best player, that can definitely weigh. However, now in the non-conference, I think maybe it's not as big of a deal for sure.
Well, I hope my Lindenwood national championship future hits. But anyway, San Diego State cashes -22, -22.5. That number jumped as well throughout the day. That's why you listen to the Pump Fake Pod, baby. So I'm 7-2 right now with Portland State left. They're down by 15. So I'm in the green regardless. Right now, sitting up about 1.89 units now with that hit with the half unit. So if I lose, we'll be around 1.39. So good day, good start to the season. It's fun playing with bankroll early. If you look at my picks history, I'm a loser in November. We got a lot of miles left. A lot of games, especially a feast week. But boy, do we got a big time announcement. And one time, that does cash our fave parlay, by the way, too. The first fave parlay hits. San Diego State -22, UNC Greensboro plus Kansas State over 141.5, Southern Utah plus 17.5, just shy of the plus 600 margin. So a nice plus 590 cash for the Pump Fake Pod, baby. That's what teamwork and that's what dreams are made of, baby. Let's go. All right. Yeah, UT Martin's dominating. But we do have some awesome news to share. The Pump Fake Pod. You guys help make this Pump Fake Pod just special every day. Everyone in the chat, you guys keep this going. We appreciate you guys constantly and all the support from the day Trevor and I started this a while ago, a few years ago. And seeing the growth has been awesome. And we will continue growing because we are now partnered with Rhythm. We are exclusively partnered with Rhythm AI, which if you don't know what Rhythm AI is, Rhythm is an AI-powered sports betting predictive and analytics platform. It's got AI-powered predictions using advanced learning and machine, all that awesome stuff with performance, injuries, getting into the AI of projections of outcomes, custom model builds. They have even being able to build your own model. They have their own models to go through. You can track your bets and all that. It's not just college basketball as well. They're across NFL, NBA, everything, and have all their sports. So if you kind of want to go off the gut instinct, go in a little deeper. It's been great for us. I mean, we've hit player props and college basketball bets with the Rhythm AI model. So we're super happy to be a part of Rhythm and Rhythm be a part with the Pump Fake Pod as well. And they have launched an awesome special as well. So if you want to sign up for Rhythm AI, it is basically you just go to Rhythm, and that's RITHMM, Rhythm. You can search that on Google. There's a website. There's an app. They got it all. And we have a promo code for a sign up. So 25% off for the first month if you do promo code PFP25 for Pump Fake Pod 25. So we're super excited to use Rhythm. We're going to start incorporating Rhythm into our show more and having maybe an exclusive Rhythm play every game as well. And they got tons of stuff for college basketball, Elliot. We were diving in a little bit earlier. It's been great. And there's a lot that we can do with the model builds. So I don't know if you had a chance to dive in or not.
Yeah, been definitely excited. I can't wait to kind of build my own models. I've got a few ideas, more to come soon, just about possibly being able to input my models, see how they can kind of pan out, see if it's worth it. Check the ROI, check to see if it's worth it, and then kind of pass it along with you guys. So cool way to track things, certain just different betting strategies, things that you might see, trends that you can find throughout the college basketball season. So definitely looking forward to kind of collaborating with them, using their interface, all of the functionality that it has, making it easier for us to find the edges and kind of pass them on to you guys as well. More than happy to announce this. It's been a long time coming, longer for you, but been a long time coming for me ever since I joined as well. And I'm just happy that we are along for the ride with them. I think it's going to be a great collaboration. We're going to be able to kind of use each other and kind of create this kind of premium college basketball betting space with all of our viewers, and hopefully, we can help build a bigger platform, and as always, just make everybody some money, as that's what everybody's here to do, right?
Everyone's here to do that, and like I said, I'm excited to kind of get better at maybe and look at some prediction models and using AI not only for college basketball, but also the other sports as well. That's where I need some more help, and I think that I'm excited to track, like you mentioned, Rhythm's plays. We'll get some Rhythm plays of the days going. But yeah, we want to thank Rhythm and everyone in the chat for joining in. So if you haven't signed up for Rhythm yet, go to Rhythm. You can just search RITHM on Google. It'll take you right to rhythm.ai. It's available on the App Store as well. Let's get into it now. We might as well talk some games. We've recapped. We've done it all. We've done a promo read now, and now we've talked about almost 200 something games now in total already, and we're 2 days in. We get to talk some more. There's not many games available. Do we have all the lines out, Elliot, for sure? Were we missing any when you did the banner?
Yeah, so I've got all of the lines out. The only one I'm missing, if somebody can help me, is East Texas A&M New Mexico line. That's the only one that I still don't have anything on. But other than that, I've got all the rest. I think there's 14 total games tomorrow that we can talk lines on and chop it up. But
is that at 9 o'clock tomorrow? What time is that? 8 Eastern?
That game is later on in the day. It is 9 Eastern. So
I see. Yeah, and East Texas A&M 1-0 after their beatdown of Arlington Baptist, 119-60. Okay. Well, let's get into the slate. Tomorrow at 6:30, we do have a couple games before this. Milligan plays Middle Tennessee at 11:30, so I will have some ESPN Plus up watching that disgusting game while I'm working. We got Milligan and then Bluefield College playing the Blue Hose, a Presbyterian, before this. But 6 o'clock, looks like the lines moved just a bit since these were made. Maybe we should start doing the show when the banners come out because the lines moved. Rider versus Rutgers. Rutgers is laying 18.5. The over-under is 145.5. That seems like a decent amount of points, but Rider does push the pace, which I will stay away from the total because of that. Man, I like Rutgers here. Feels like a lot of points. I mean, Rider's pretty bad, man. Rider got drilled by Virginia. They only scored 53 points. I mean, I think Virginia's a better team than Rutgers, but Steve Pikiell with his defense on the perimeter, I can be about laying the points here. I mean, I'm not saying I'm rushing to bet this one out of the other games, but I could lay the points with Rutgers here in the Scarlet Knights. I think defensively, they could shut down the guard play for Rider and kind of that tempo that they push the pace. And if Rutgers can control the tempo, Rider will not be able to score that many points at all, just similar to the Virginia game. So, yeah, I can go Scarlet Knights here and pound nails with Steve Pikiell.
Yeah, as Parlay P, thanks for shouting out in the chat. Rutgers up to 20.5, so it's jumped a couple points, like you said, Huff, and then that under's actually fallen down 2 points. So people are on that under as well. I think I'll be on Rutgers here. I just think that Ryder is not very good. I'm not quite sure how Rutgers is going to be. I've got them kind of finishing near the bottom of the Big Ten. However, I still think that there's a significant talent gap here. And if I'm getting anything under 21, 22, I'll be able to go in on that with Rutgers. I think that they can cover this against the Ryder team, who's already played one game. Might help them here since they've already got one under their belt. But Virginia can kind of wear teams down. Now they got one day of rest. Now they're playing Rutgers. I'll take Rutgers. I don't mind that under either. That under 143.5 now is what I'm seeing. So either of those are good bets. I'll probably end up just being on Rutgers. Rutgers minus the points, though.
Yeah, I like the under. Crutch likes the under. I mean, I thought Ryder pushes the pace. Maybe not this year, but pretty sure I thought their offense goes. But yeah, I mean, kind of worried about the offense there. Rutgers noticeable under team, so you could talk me into that. Yeah. Crutch.
Their tempo this year, I guess, watching Virginia was significantly slower than what they have been in the past. Don't know if that was just because it was Virginia and they're playing a bye game, so they're trying to limit possessions. Obviously, whatever they did, it didn't work. Ryder shot 33% from the field with only 49 shots, only 12 threes, 18 points off free throws. So didn't get out in the fast break much. And this is Virginia we're talking about. So, it's kind of a similar style of play against Virginia, Rutgers, maybe even two, even though I think Virginia's talent. So, all right, let's go Rutgers there. Maybe Crutch can hand me a Crutch and take the under. So, all right, Coppin State versus LaSalle. LaSalle's laying 16 points. Is this line the same? Or we got some stale shit? It's 16.5, so it looks like it's still good. Over-under's 142.5, 143 some places. So this line still works. LaSalle's home opener against Coppin State. LaSalle, brand new coach. Coppin State was competitive against Maryland, were they not? I mean, only lost by 22 points. That was going to be my question is do you think, is Maryland that bad, or is Coppin State actually able to score the ball here? I just think that's way too many points, in my opinion, for a first-team head coach, first year there at LaSalle.
Darius Nichols, right? Darius Nichols, LaSalle, right?
Yeah, I think it's way too many points. I mean, shoot, I tried to back the first year head coach there at UNLV, and look at that, they're probably going to lose outright if they haven't already. But yeah, Darius Nichols there at LaSalle, first year. Give me Coppin State. I'll take the plus 16.5.
And I think I'm like Raymond Burrow. That's what I was going to say. Like, am I crazy for taking Coppin State plus 16.5, but also seeing Coppin State plus 16.5 against a team that this is a Coppin State team that should be catching 20 points every game, notoriously. But maybe they've caught something. They caught some fire and found some gold. And yeah, I feel like Maryland, similar team, brand new assets, trying to find their stride. It was not the Buzz Williams team that I noticed. So come on, let's go Coppin State. I'll take the plus 16.5. This is crazy. I can't believe it. LaSalle's going to win. If Trevor was here, he would totally say sprinkle the money line here. So,
oh yeah, he'd get super excited and be like, let's go. No more previews. Let's sprinkle plus 5,000s.
This is the Southern Utah, for example, that plus 17.5. I thought we were cooked. That ended up hitting what they lost by 15.
They lost by 17 on the hook. We got the right side of the hook that time.
Oh yeah, it was 81-64, right? Or 80
yeah, was it 81-64.
Yeah. I am absolutely sweating out Portland State right now. I need 11.5. They're down 13. This is insane. And that would be nice if I hit the.
I will say, Raymond's asked if we should wait to bet this. I don't know if I would wait to bet this. I think it might go down a little bit, possibly. I don't see it going down too far, but I also don't see it like just springboarding up higher than this. I don't know. I'm gonna probably just go ahead and bet it before I go to bed tonight. If let me look and see.
And you know what? Like, my thought is this: I was talking to somebody earlier today. Oh my God, they fouled him. Why are you fouling up 11? Fuck. My thought is that I was talking to someone earlier. Someone asked me, good friend of the program, earlier in the day, just texted me. He's like, "How the hell do you bet 60 games a night or whatever it is?" I'm like, first off, discipline is the number one answer, and just being able to lower units, I think, is one thing that's incredible. Not like lower your units, but keeping a strict unit discipline of math, 1 unit, half units. But if you're going to bet more games, maybe just a little bit tad lower, go half. Because picking 4 games inside of a 60-game slate is a game within itself. And now you have to rank the games and only bet certain ones and maybe go a little more ham. That ends up leading you to kind of go on tilt and chase a little bit versus trusting the gut and just spreading the board like a roulette board, which has worked. So appreciate it. Anyone, feel free to I'm always down to talk betting insights. I work from home. I need some banter sometimes in the day. But yeah, let's go Coppin State. I'll take the +16. But I was also telling them how, we bet the show and we get 4-point CLV. Well, it also can bite you in the ass. But at the same time, I'll take that risk betting this early. Well, let's take Coppin State. I don't care if this is 20.5 tomorrow. But.
Yeah, I don't see it going up to 20.5 though, honestly. Yeah. Especially with the showing that they had against Maryland.
Virgil, thanks for tuning in. Hasty, chat's rolling. Brandon, appreciate you guys. Parlay P, the man, Jacob, Crutch, Raymond, Jen. You guys are rocking. Thanks so much. Anyone I missed, I apologize, but you guys have been great. Appreciate you. All right, Southern Indiana versus Butler, -20.5. The over/under is 155.5, and I got our first rhythm play of the day, I think, and it's going to be Butler under 155.5. Southern Indiana. They lack tempo. They have in the past notoriously. I think that they definitely will have limited possessions in total. I think Butler can definitely be able to run, but defensively, I believe they've beefed up just a tad as well too, from Thad Matta's unit. And I like the pieces that they brought in that I think that they can do pretty well. I mean, Stan Gerard, he's been there for quite some time. We know that Southern Indiana under his system is going to have a slower tempoed pace. So I like the under here, 155.5 for Butler, Southern Indiana. I think Butler's capable of scoring 80, but I don't foresee Southern Indiana scoring 70 or staying within that number. So yeah, give me the under here. Rhythm likes it as well too, so I'm going to go ahead and shout out our new partner Rhythm. They got a great little under model and definitely spread model and all different models that we get to build. So I'm excited to dive into this more and get predictive. But we're going to go ahead and take that, and I'll take this myself on the under 155.5. I like Butler, but makes me like the under more, banking on Southern Indiana being able to limit possessions or Southern Indiana just limiting possessions. And if the turnover game works in Southern Indiana's favor as well, they just won't be able to match the scoring to suffice the full game total. So give me the under 155.5 for Southern Indiana and Butler, and shout out Rhythm.
Yeah, I'll be writing the under 155.5 too here. I think it's a good spot for the under to hit, just because, like you were saying, Southern Indiana kind of plays at a slower tempo, but I just think that Butler defensively is going to be able to kind of grind them out. And both teams' first games of the year, Butler has kind of a whole new roster as well, so Thad Matta is going to be kind of trying to put it all together for them. And you look at like I kind of like to look at totals and see like underwise is like what I would predict the score to be. And I think you're spot on. I think even if you see like a 88-65 game, that still gets you home. If if Butler puts up, in the 80s, 80, and you got Southern Indiana even at 65, 63, something like that. It's still gonna get you that under 155. I kind of thought at first maybe just backing Southern Indiana plus the 21.5. But I really think that the under 155 is more likely to come through. And then kind of when we talked about it, and then when I was looking at the model there at Rhythm and saw that was one of their top 5 predictions for tomorrow, I said, hey, let's ride it. So I like it. I'll be on the under 155 in this Southern Indiana Butler game as well.
Yeah, I mean, I could see us kind of like in the first half, like worried about how much Butler's scoring against Southern Indiana, but hopefully we just bank on Stan Gerard's team, Stan Gerard and Southern Indiana Screaming Eagles to just slow it down, try not to score fast, and then Butler could start off cold. But I think that's the game plan. Southern Indiana is our anchor for this under.
Last year, Butler 72-65 against Missouri State in the opener. So.
Yeah, they were bad. They couldn't cover games at first. I think Western Michigan, they ended up covering the number, but they were down as well. And yes, shout out Danny Dumbshit. Stanford, thank you. Portland, yes. 8-2, 1.89 units. I'm gonna be feeling good. I'm gonna now I'm gonna eclipse me just into the 2 marks so 2 units. We're up 7 units already through 2 days. So and it's always started bad, by the way. I've started down. So we've been fighting back. But that's the Huffer mentality, man. That's our family. We don't quit. It's in our blood. We don't quit. We keep hucking. We keep throwing and trusting the gut. So in the end, the algorithm works out. But let's go. Shout out Portland State for that, for making my night very good. All right, Delaware State versus Temple. Temple 17.5. Delaware State over/under is 155.5. This might be a stay away game for me. I'm definitely going to bet the first 3 games we discussed. There could be a lack of defense here. I don't think Temple can cover this number. Delaware State's a tad improved. I've been a little high on them. They had a miraculous season last year. Maybe they can ride that momentum, but kind of new faces coming in. I'm going to stay away from the spread. If I had to pick one bet, I'm going to take just the under, just for the lack of offense I think that could happen. But I'm too afraid to take an under in a Temple or in a Delaware State game especially. So this is going to be a stay away. I'll lean the total, but I'm not betting this most likely at all. No, I'm for sure not betting this actually.
Yeah, this will be if anything, it'd be plus the points for me. I'd take Delaware State in the points. I think they've slowly gotten better over the years. They're not the bottom dweller of a team where a couple years ago they had won 2 games, I think. But I think they can get up here and possibly keep it within 17. But like you said, I don't got to bet every single games, but I'm going to, all the games. But so this is one that I'm probably going to stay away from.
All right. Yep, we're at 2.13 units on the day. So feeling good there, buddy. Really excited. Let's lose it all on Maryland Eastern Shore. Yet again, Georgia's laying 30.5. I think this number's down to 26, 27, I think. People betting Maryland Eastern Shore after the Auburn or Georgia Tech game where they took Georgia Tech to overtime.
You trying to sneak in that 6-7 reference?
6-7.
26-27?
6-7. Are we sure that what the line is? Is it 27?
No, I'm still seeing 30.
You're still seeing 30.
Yep, still seeing 30, still seeing 29.5, kind of across the board from what I see.
Fuck it, let's ride. I mean, UMez, I'll take them 30.5. I mean, it does scare me just because they just went down to Georgia Tech and played an overtime game, played them tough. But come on, they're riding the momentum. They stayed in Georgia. Now they're playing another Georgia team. Let's just try to pick off somebody else. So I'm going to ride the momentum and take them to cover. Although Georgia looked really good, and these are the games that Georgia like to just kind of run with and dominate under Mike White. So they looked really good on Monday, by the way. So that it does scare me, but I'm going to ride the momentum. I trust the UMez, Maryland Eastern Shore. I mean, they've been a laughing stock sometimes, and then they come out and just dominate. I mean, Georgia did beat Bellarmine 104-59, but hey, they can't do that. Lightning doesn't strike all the time twice in two places, and but it's going to strike for Maryland Eastern Shore because they only have to lose by 30. So I'll take Maryland Eastern Shore plus the points. It's just a lot of points for Georgia to do that 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I'll be on Georgia minus the points here. However, I think maybe I might be more interested in the over 140.5. I know that Maryland Eastern Shore just put up 54 or 56 against Georgia Tech. However, if Georgia can score 100, that means I only need Maryland Eastern Shore to score 42. So I kind of like the over here. I think Georgia, like you said, is just going to try to run up the score, trying to run and gun and just kind of run them out of the gym. And if they can at least allow Maryland Eastern Shore to score 50, me thinking that Georgia's going to score 90 at least, 90 plus, I like my chances there. I know Maryland Eastern Shore's defense is a lot better than Bellarmine's, but I kind of like the over 140.5 if I was going to actually bet this rather than the Georgia minus the 30.
I mean, listen, wings are fire. UMez is probably went to Magic City and they won't be focused. Yes, Georgia Tech, downtown Atlanta. For those that don't know, Magic City, it is a magical place. And they definitely probably did go there.
Lou Williams probably bought him all the wings.
Freshmen unfortunately couldn't get in, but the juniors and seniors had some time on UMez. So I'm not going to go against my gut, though. I'm going to ride the momentum. I think going to Magic City could help them. Actually, they get some magic. All that, the lemon peppers, the lemon pepper wings, and some booty hole is going to get UMez rolling. All right, Tarleton State versus LSU. Elliot, this is your team. Take it away, my friend. You love Billy Gillespie.
Speaking of riding momentum. Shout out Ken. I know he's in the chat. Lost a little luck battle to me. We covered by I think by the hook or maybe a 1.5 against Tarleton State against SMU. But now you got LSU, got a little day off. I'll ride them again. We'll go Tarleton State plus the 18.5. However, I am seeing that the line might have dropped a little bit.
I think it's 17.
Like I'm seeing 17.5, 17s. Whatever the fuck Sugar House is still is plus 18.5, but I definitely don't have that book or know even what that is. So
yeah, I don't know what that is either. On those,
if anybody's got a Sugar House account, let me know, and I might Apple Cash you some money to throw Tarleton State plus 18.5. But no, I'll be on Tarleton State again here. I just think it's too many points for a team
only available in Pennsylvania. Sugar House Sportsbook, a legal online sports betting website, 21 plus in Pennsylvania. No, we're not sponsored by Sugar House, but okay.
Might also be on Bet Rivers too, I think is what Jen just said.
Bet Rivers, I can't even log. They banned. They like literally closed my account because I won like $5,000 on them and very quickly, and then they just limited the shit out of me, and then I bitched at them, and then they closed me. That was early on in my career. But I was on NFL bets. It was like when the Chiefs were good, and they're still good, but when they were really, really good. And I remember, so Bet Rivers, it's like It's like one of the first ones, though, in Indiana. All right. I'll with you. Let's go Tarleton State. This LSU team, they're fake, phony, tough guys. Plus 17.5. Tarleton State knows how to cover. Gillespie Way. Enough said. Marquette's laying 23.5 against Southern. Over-under's 149.5. I think I'm going to lay it. I don't know about this Marquette team. I mean, Southern definitely has covered those SEC games in the past. I know that they took Texas A&M down to the wire last year. Southern's a good team. I know that they can come in really hard and play some tough defense. But now they're going to Milwaukee, tough travel spot. This Marquette team's kind of unknown, but I know Shaka likes to cover these games and kick the shit out of them. I mean, if they had Cam Jones and Kolek, this would be a 29.5 number in the 30s by tip. So I think we're getting a little good number here just based off of the lack of familiarity with Marquette's offense. Couple returning pieces. I think size-wise, though, it could be a huge problem for the second chance opportunities. So I will take Marquette with the points on the semi-big number here, minus 23.5. Elliot, what say you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm laying it here. The one thing I also think about this is it's kind of a tough little travel spot for Southern as well. They only got one day off in between here playing Arkansas at Arkansas. Now they got to kind of travel all the way from Fayetteville to Milwaukee, which is kind of just a weird trip, in my opinion. So not like they were able to, stay kind of local like it was with Maryland Eastern Shore, playing Georgia Tech. Then they just got to jaunt 45 minutes and play Georgia. I think that's a little bit different. But when you're traveling kind of not necessarily cross country, but across multiple states, and it's pretty hard to travel from Fayetteville. I've been down there quite often. But that's one of the other reasons why I like Marquette here too. Is
just racking up your quick million here, million there, a few $100,000 there, just paying for the bus tour.
So I just think they beat Albany by 27. Now we're getting 23.5 against a Southern team, fresh off of a 32-point ass whooping against Arkansas. They might just be ready to pack it on and head on back home for a couple bye games. They play Ecclesia College and Champion Christian.
I love Ecclesia.
So they're looking like maybe licking their chops for those two games to kind of stuff the stats. They just want to collect the check and get them out of here. So.
And you beat a Marquette team or you beat an Albany team that's not too bad. Like no. Albany's decent. I mean, I think they're definitely better than Southern, but Southern's got some dogs in them. They definitely can cover, but I think it's a great point that you make there. The travel spot from Fayetteville, Marquette's already kind of shown that they can score 80 points, hold their inferior opponent to less than 60. This Southern team's going to come out and play. They just scored 77 points. I think this Marquette Shaka Smart defense is going to swarm them more than the John Calipari run and gun. Let's just score 100. So give me Marquette as well.
Jacob brings a great point too. I might like this team total better too. Whenever it drops, depending on what the number is. I mean, we could do a little calculation.
Here, I got the math down. Here's the algorithm. So it's 149.5 plus
75. So then you're
73.5. So that'd be 173, and then you divide that by 2, it'll be 86.5.
Damn, so, I'm faster than the calculator.
Yep. Hey, that's the little math lesson there. You divide by 2. Same thing with the plus money spread. You just add them up with the total and then divide by 2. That will be the team total. That's why the team total moves when the full game over moves. Sometimes it stays stagnant, but they'll juice it with minus 130 or not minus 135, minus 125, minus 120s. And then that's when it's moving in that direction. So sometimes the team total can stay the same, but most of the time it's going to be congruent with the full game, obviously.
Yeah, so I might like that look a little better just with the fact that Southern plays at a very high tempo pace, and so you're going to get a lot of possessions there. And their defense, Southern's defense isn't that great, so I think Marquette's going to be able to kind of score at will. Albany, on the other hand, they do play at a higher pace as well, but not as fast as Southern. So I could look at that team total over as well, but I'll lay it with Marquette minus 23.5.
Let's lay it. Skipping around the beat, going around the bend here. Ooh, baby. Alabama A&M goes into Bloomington, Indiana. IU's laying 26.5. Is that still the number?
I'll look for you. You talk about your team.
This Indiana team, man, I mean, I know that a lot of IU fans have some unrealistic expectations most of the time into the season. But this year, I feel this team could be minus 26 on DraftKings, 27 everywhere. So it's time to bet. You want to bet it on DraftKings. I'm going to lay this number, man. It's not just because I'm an IU fan. I think this team has something different about them. It's not just the stats, the scoring, and they can score. IU played Baylor in an exhibition game in Indianapolis. IU won a close battle, but they shot 20 for 21 from free throws. Last time that's happened had to be a Bob Knight coach team. I mean, IU's always struggled with free throws. That was one of their biggest weaknesses with Mike Woodson. There was an issue with Tom Crean. So I love that what Darian DeVries is winning. He's been a proven winner. I love what he's bringing to this offense. You know, they're going to be able to run and gun and spread the floor. Place is going to be rocking to welcome the new team. Alabama A&M are going into definitely going to come out, I think, strong. They're going to come out and give it their all, but it's a game of longevity in Assembly Hall, and it's tough to score there sometimes. So as an opponent coming in, I like DeVries. I like a lot of the guys that they brought in. I mean, DeVries' son, Tucker, Lamar Wilkerson, Tatum Conaway. Tatum Conaway is going to be one of my favorite players, I think, on IU. So I'm not going to be afraid to lay it here. Jen, are you going to tell us that they have heart? Well, it sucks that IU's just made it just as far as Illinois has in the last 30 years, by the way. And some of us have national championships, even if they're from the 80s. But there's history there. Bob Knight always hated Lou Henson anyway. He was a whiny bitch. But anyway, I
will say, I do think she might be able to talk a little bit more shit this year. I think their team there in Illinois, it might be one of those teams that's going to be pretty damn good there in the Big Ten. So I'm looking forward.
They always are like that. It happens every year. Come Big Ten play come December, their immune system's depleted. There's like 8 guys sick, like it was last year. It's classic. Talk about heart. How about you get a freaking immune system? But anyway, I think IU. I mean, DeVries, yes, dog. Darian's been able to win. He won at West Virginia with a less talented roster than the pieces that he brought in. And I'm excited for Tatum Conaway at Troy. I think he's going to run it up, get some wing percentage. Maybe slow at first, but they're going to cover this number 26.5, and it's going to go up, I believe. So I'm going to lay it here with IU. And Jen, all love, appreciate you. IU Illinois is somewhat of a rivalry. Not really, but it is somewhat. So. Looking forward to the banter the rest of the season.
Do you appreciate her?
Jen?
Yeah.
Of course.
You just been talking shit like it's
what did I say? What did I talk shit about Jen? I just talked shit about Illinois.
This whole Illinois basketball history. You're hitting her right in the heart. Speaking of heart.
Yeah, all right. I like D Brown. I like Darren Williams. I can say good things. I like that 2005 team.
Yeah, no.
Dimitri McCamey. I used to play with Dimitri McCamey. I love Dimitri McCamey. Dog.
I think I think this is going to be similar to the first year or head coach there at the school. It's going to be kind of like the NC State, running up the score, winning 150 something with Will Wade. I kind of just see this kind of a score, this kind of a atmosphere there in Indiana. I think DeVries is a hell of a coach. Tucker's going to be a hell of a ball player. So, and it's not just him, they've got a lot of people around him, like you said. I always like fading these SWAC schools, except for Bethune-Cookman yesterday against Auburn. I will say I didn't fade them, but Jackson State, who I'm pretty high on, to be at or near the top of the conference in the SWAC, faded them yesterday against Illinois. That line even came down. People were, on Jackson State plus the 30.5. Well, too bad they almost doubled that shit up. So we'll see if Indiana can kind of repeat that, which I think they can. So take this, bet this now. I think this is going to should at least get up to 30 plus. And I think Indiana wins this by 35-40, maybe even more.
And West Virginia last year, by the way, for Darian DeVries, they won against Robert Morris 87-59, Iona 86-43. North Carolina Central 79-45. So they're able to win, but I think I don't foresee us scoring in the 90s, maybe, but high 80s. I think defense comes into play here better than we've seen on other Indiana teams. All right, my friend, what you got in this one? This one's a great game. Creighton bringing in South Dakota. Creighton laying 28.5. Elliot, how you feeling about South Dakota here?
Man, I don't know. I feel like this might be another game that just Creighton, maybe look at a team total over for Creighton here, possibly. I think South Dakota's defense isn't very good. They just lost in overtime.
97.5, by the way.
97.5. That's
97.5.
That's a high team total over, but sometimes you just can't be afraid of it, right?
Right. They do have Gonzaga on deck Tuesday, but it's the first game. I don't know how you can look ahead past.
I don't think you can. If it's the first game, I don't really see you possibly looking ahead. And thank God this is the first time I'm actually going to say this. I used to say fuck Peacock, but hey, thank God it's on Peacock because fuck again. That's what I'm going with now. But
yeah, NBC was balling on their NBA crap too. I thought.
100%. But yeah, no, South Dakota's defense is just absolutely atrocious. They just lost to Dixie State. Fuck Utah Tech. By 2 in overtime. So, you could play one of two ways, whichever one you feel comfortable with. Creighton team total over or Creighton minus the 28.5. I don't think South Dakota is going to be very competitive in this game.
Yeah, I might even look into a first half team total. I'll lay it with Creighton. I don't feel as confident in it, but I think you're right in that team total look that they could score 100 points no problem. And South Dakota, I don't think is going to have an answer for Creighton size. Oh, look who it is!
Yeah, that's my fault. I literally fell asleep at halftime of the Iowa game, and then I just came out of a slumber, and I was like,
"It was that boring."
No, I was beat. It's just,
we've gotten through a decent amount of games, but
I figured, yeah.
If there's any we got the picks page, of course. We still got a good amount. We just talked IU. I mean, please tell me you're laying it, not taking Alabama A&M at least.
No, that's in a late spot. I feel like it's kind of similar to Iowa tonight. Just they're going to come out and just kill them. I mean, the program's been in purgatory for a little while, so I think DeVries is going to be like, let's get these people going, let's get everyone excited. Just run Alabama A&M
tournament as in the last 20 or in the last 30 years is Wisconsin's been.
What's that?
IU's been in the last 25 years. Just as far as Wisconsin's been in the NCAA tournament.
I'm talking purgatory, like the most recent years.
Yeah, I guess you could say the same for Wisconsin a little bit too, though. Little purgatory options,
but I'm sure you guys talked about it. The fave
hit, baby. Yep, plus 590. First one of the year. Yep. I'm 8-2 today. I feel great. I'm like up two units today, so feeling good.
I got to log into I went to log into my Action app, or load it up as I woke up, and it booted me out and needed me to sign in. I haven't signed into that account in I don't know, years since I got this phone, so no, that should be fun to try to remember the password.
And Armor, thanks for tuning in. Great question. So basically what you do is, so here, I'll get this here. So Creighton, 28.5 plus the 166.5. So no matter what it is, if it was, even if you're doing South Dakota, which South Dakota, you would do the minus, I guess, 28.5. So it's like an inverse equation. But so Creighton, 28.5 plus 166.5 is, I'm not doing math this late, 195 divided by, and then it was 195. So then two teams playing, so you divide it by 2, that would be 97.5 points. So, I mean, sometimes it could be like the books could whip out a 96. So it doesn't have to, but it's going to be around that number essentially. So it's always just a good betting.
The other thing that you gotta play a factor into is the number of the spread too. Sometimes that comes into play as well, because if you just add it up and then divide by 2, you're just splitting the points total. So what I like to do to get a little bit more accurate is I take the 166 and then divide it by 2 first, and so that's what 166 divided by 2 puts you at 83. And then I take the spread number, so 28 divided by 2, that's 14. And then you just add or subtract 14 to each side.
Yep.
So that's and that'll put you similar on that one, 97, 96.5, something like that.
So basically, here, let's do that here. This is actually fucking awesome. Let's see if I can copy paste this. Okay. So basically, let's do that here. So basically, let's say F. So basically like you're adding the favorite and then subtracting the underdog, basically. So South Dakota would be 166.5 minus 28.5 divided by 2, which they're going to be at 69 points is around then. So
Nice.
Yeah, nice. But anyway, that's a little fun just math to go off of, because those team totals release so late. Sometimes the full game totals move by that time they're released. Some books offer them, some of the offshore stuff. So, but yes, DK has Indiana 26.5. So go get DraftKings. They've been kind of lacking on the other heavy favorites.
I'll say Oregon down 1, 55 seconds left. This is when you need Shellstad, and you don't have them. So watch out. Hawaii might win this thing.
And thanks.
Yeah, that was another thing.
Everyone I was going to bet Oregon, and everyone kept me off of it because Shellstad's injury. So appreciate the chat and Elliot pointing that out.
Yeah, I was kind of like Oregon, and then the Shellstad news. I still kind of liked Oregon, but throughout the day, I was like, nah, I think I'm just going to take a stab at Hawaii. And
You're underwater. You're snorkeling.
You sound like you're announcing a Field of 68 game on YouTube.
You guys sound like you're snorkeling. Hold on.
Oh, it's not. I mean, do I sound good to you, Mike?
Yeah, you do. Do I sound okay to you?
Yeah, but when he sounds like he's snorkeling.
Yeah. Randolph Childress, he was underwater yesterday. Everything about it was wild on the Field of 68. But yes, Trevor will get back in here on his technical difficulties, but we'll keep going. North Alabama versus Mississippi State. Mississippi State's laying 24.5. The over-under is 153.5. This is your guy, Tony Pujols. I love Tony Pujols.
I do too. I wish Jakari Lane was still there. I love North Alabama team with Jakari Lane. This is going to be a prideful take North Alabama plus 24.5, but I don't know if I'm going to bet it.
Better?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You came up to breathe.
This also feels like a Chris Jans team that's not like one of his most like heavily like defensive stout teams, you know? I mean, we know that they can score, we know that they can shoot, we know Josh Hubbard can dominate. But it just feels like a lot of points for a decent North Alabama team, man. Trevor?
Yeah, I was just pulling up South Alabama's info here. They lost a decent amount of players, right?
A couple, yeah. A couple big.
Yeah. Oh, and they lost Driscoll too.
That's North Florida.
That's North Florida.
Whoops. Yeah, I'm in North Bama. Here we go. Yeah, one returning starter.
They lost Lang, and then there's another one I'm missing. A couple pieces. So
yeah, I mean Tony Pujols, he's a solid coach. But I really have been liking these home favorites, just laying the wood on these bye game teams. I mean Mississippi State's big and physical. North Alabama, run and gun, quick style, but Mississippi State can score. Yeah, I kind of like the over here. You know what I'm thinking? I think North Alabama can run enough. Mississippi State's going to be able to score. North Alabama's not going to really pose a defensive threat, I don't really think, for Mississippi State. So I think if we can get, 60, 65 from North Alabama, I think this over can come home. So I'll take over, actually. I think this could be a fun one up and down, just an unexpected over with Mississippi State and North Bama.
All right. I see 25.5 as well available places. So maybe we wait to bet that if we like North Alabama and that run and gun style Chris Jans has produced with Josh Hubbard that we haven't seen all the time. Alabama A&M played fucking Blue Mountain State the first game. No, did they actually? I may be gullible as hell, but
no, they did. They played Blue Mountain College, I think. But
they did. Yeah, they only won 80 to 60. Blue Mountain Christian College in Blue Mountain, Mississippi.
Alabama probably had Oreos shoved up.
This is the third pick of the Blue Mountain College on Google review, by the way. This is the third pick of it.
Like that's remember that movie Shit? South Harmon Institute of Technology?
Oh yeah.
That's what that shit reminds me of.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Speaking of Institute of Technologies, NJIT.
Dude,
I know.
Wake up and talk about it, man.
I know. I needed to set an alarm and I didn't. But did they actually win the game? By the way,
they won outright by like 12 points, 13
and
points.
They said on the broadcast NJIT is like 3-0 or something all time at Fordham. 3-0 straight up lifetime.
I would never lay that many fucking points with Fordham. You guys are crazy for that.
I did it the last second. I was like, I've seen enough NJIT. I was like, if they cover, so
Fordham,
be it. They fucking won.
It's Fordham.
Magpie, though. I was like, all right, maybe he's decent. He's better than what NJIT's rolling out there and off the
buzzer beater. Oh.
Womp, womp.
Oregon wins.
Oregon won by one.
1 by 1. That's day 2 of college basketball. It was fun today, man. Kentucky.
Yeah, I basically watched even again. I started 1-5 and I broke even.
Hey, so you'll take that starting 1-5. That's what I felt like yesterday.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll do that. I started 0-2 and I won 8 in a row, so I'm feeling great today.
Shout out Oklahoma State too.
The half units piss me off when I win, but you can't think like that. But I'm doing half units for now, just to get into it. But we bet so much, we have to. Yeah. North Dakota State versus UC Davis. UC Davis is laying 3. North Dakota State on a little Western tour as they played Oregon State, lost by only 2. Now UC Davis is laying points. Is this North Dakota State team? The books aren't really respecting them very much. I don't know though. I mean, I get they've been on the travel spot. They played Oregon State fairly good. It's not your normal North Dakota State run and gun style like offense, but I mean they played Oregon State right down to the wire, and I feel like Oregon State and UC Davis similar component wise, maybe talent. And maybe even Oregon State just being a tad better with even all their transfers lost. So, yeah, 67-65. They played them tough. UC Davis, this could be a slow game that I think could fare well for them. Now they're catching 3 points. I don't know. This feels like a weird game for me, especially with UC Davis losing their main roster piece and fifth, I would say, their only usage last year, and now they welcome in North Dakota State for their opener. I don't know, man. I can't lay the points with UC Davis, even if it's a tough travel spot. I'll take the points with North Dakota State and the Bison. Yeah. Should I just take a money line instead?
Yeah, I kind of think they do when I'm with you. Just retweet what you said. I think North Dakota State's better. They're not getting respected here. UC Davis laying 3. I don't think they're going to be too terribly great this year. So I'm with you. I'll ride the Bison. Let's do it.
Yeah, we can squad ride this one. I think you do say it's a tough travel spot. However, they were already out there on the West Coast in Oregon, so they're similar. They're in the Pacific time zone, so it's like, hey, they're acclimated to that. And we've kind of seen that happen where we've faded those teams that travel out there originally in that first game, and then the second game they play better. I just think North Dakota State's the better team, and so I'm getting points. This is just a weird line. Are the books saying, hey, UC Davis is going to win this by 10 just because it's such a weird, wonky line, in my opinion. But, I'm going to call me a dummy, but I'll fall for the bait here. I'll dive into it. I'll take the points with North Dakota State. Probably should even just bet it money line as well. Maybe even bet at money line right now. Maybe this line flips overnight with just a lot of people getting on North Dakota State with just this weird line.
Yeah, I mean, I the books could correct that for sure. Let's go North Dakota State and let's ride that Bison. USC Upstate versus Fresno State. Fresno State's laying 10 points over under 163.5. Betting scandal galore from last year. I think it's still going on with Fresno State as well. I can't lay points with Fresno State. I know it's USC Upstate, but my God. USC Upstate didn't look awful last game that they played, I believe, on Monday. I thought that they were all right.
12 at Baptist.
Cal Baptist. I mean, and I would take Cal Baptist over Fresno State, and USC Upstate was in that. I had Cal Baptist. They weren't. I'm glad they covered the number, but USC Upstate was fighting with it, and I watched that game actually intensely, and I liked USC Upstate's defense. Give me USC Upstate plus 10, and I can be talked into taking them even money line as well too against Fresno State. Worth a stab, I think.
Yeah, I mean, to Hasey's point, all the other gambling schools have come out and just really improved as a team overall from last year. That's for sure to start this year. But no, I'm with you. If you can hang within 12 on the road at Cal Baptist. I think Fresno State probably might find a way to win. But, they aren't the most talented team. They don't have the best pieces. So, I mean, I wouldn't be upset taking a little money line stab here either. I think they could maybe just find their way to hang around, and getting 10 points is kind of ridiculous given what they just showed at Cal Baptist, who I think is a much better team than Fresno State is. So I'm with you. I'll take Upstate with the points here.
Yeah, I kind of originally liked Fresno State minus the 10, but you guys are maybe swaying me to go ahead and get on this USC Upstate train and back them. I'm seeing 9.5, so maybe he's teeter-tottering between that 10.5 and 9.5. Maybe I wait and see what this line does, and if it drops a little bit more, maybe take Fresno State. But if it rises at all, take USC Upstate. But like you guys said, I think the point that hit home the hardest for me was when you said you take Cal Baptist outright over Fresno State, and look, USC Upstate only lost by 12. So I would agree. I'd take Cal Baptist against Fresno State as well. So yeah, give me USC Upstate in the points, and we'll kind of go from there.
And Hasty, that was me that said that, by the way. Yeah, shout out Zoe. She's letting me do. I don't want to be the blinds guy anymore, but I'm going. I just moved into the house, and we did a lot of projects. But I get one room, and I'm just going to put an entertainment stand on one wall, and I'm going to have 2 TVs on that entertainment stand. And then I'm going to copy Elliot and build out a little TV wall on one wall. We're going to have like 6 TVs going in one room. I need to get it going for college basketball, but I haven't been rushing to it. It was going to be my next project, but since this YouTube TV crap, I haven't been rushing to it, to be honest with you yet. But I will get to it at some point this month. So no, you're good, Aiden.
You mentioned it. I'll do a little show and tell.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
You've got the wife, so I don't. So what I get to put in my whole basement, I get a little foosball table right here, little
poker,
my little poker table that I'm utilizing right now until I get
another TV. It looks like too. Another TV.
I got another TV. I'm gonna hang that right above the poker table.
Nice.
And then a little man cave. So you got the couches, good setup. Number 1, couch number 2. Fully reclined, massage, heat, and then you got the mother load of the 4 TV wall.
Hell yeah!
Don't have them on right now, but
and he didn't have them on for college basketball either because of ESPN's app, by the way, too. So yeah, E money stats.
See if it pops up.
But yes, he's like a bar. But every time he has to change his remote, just like how bartenders do it, they have to do it like this.
Yeah, that's the one thing. That's the one thing that pisses me off. I will say that is the one thing. The nice thing is you could use one TV to turn off all 4, but the second you're trying to change and flip channels or like YouTube TV app, or go into the YouTube TV app, I have to do it on my. I actually got the LG app on the phone. And so I control each TV on my phone because I literally can't use the controller because no matter whether you're pointing up here, down here, right at the TV, it hits every single one of them. It pisses me off. First world problems.
First world problems indeed. But we got Gambling Cave for sure. All right, penultimate game on the night, East Texas A&M versus New Mexico. New Mexico's laying 20.5. Over-unders 143.5. East Texas A&M beat the crap out of their D2 opponent. Now they go into the pit. New coach. I can't fade the pit. I'll lay it with New Mexico. I don't know if I'm going to bet this one, though. I need to kind of see this team, and I want to watch this team before I just blindly go pit action to gamble with. But it is East Texas A&M. I could be talked into it with the pit from you guys. But for now, I'm not going to bet this one. We got a lot of opportunities loading up. We got UT Arlington, UC Riverside, Alabama State, New Mexico, Florida Gulf Coast. So I think we got time if we want to bet on New Mexico. But I'm gonna probably stay off on this one. But I can't fade the pit. I'll lay the points.
I'm going to take East Texas A&M plus 20.5. They returned 3 starters, and then not to mention they brought in 2 D2 guys. What's his name? Colin Tolbert. Yeah, Colin Tolbert, 21.5 points a game, 6.5 boards, 3.5 assists. Shot 47% from 3. First team All-America honors in the D2 ranks. And then Damon Garcia, 24.2 points a game, 6.5 boards, 4.5 assists. Third leading scorer in the country, NAIA. Last year, they've got 2 guys that are legit scorers, and they can also rebound and dish the ball. And then you're going to implement that with 3 returning starters here. New Mexico, Luis Patino, they basically got scrapped in the portal, and they're rebuilding. I think this is a respect line based off what Patino's built there. I'm going to need to see it first. I forget who the coach is now, but regardless, the whole roster is basically new and everything. And then you got East A&M with some continuity and bringing in 2 legitimate scorers. So I like East Texas A&M. I'm going to take the 20.5 with the as TC would say the Chinese restaurant.
It is Eric Olin though from UC San Diego. Like this is where I could be talked in from New Mexico to dominate there. So that's where it is a good coach with what he did at UC San Diego last year.
Yeah, he could be good, but they could win by 15, 14 points or something. I just want to see it. So give me East Texas A&M. Let's get nasty.
All right, so Trevor's not talking me into laying the points with New Mexico. Elliot, could you?
So I will say, Trev, Colin kid from the JUCO, not quite sure if he's playing or not. I know because I was curious about that too. He didn't play against Arlington Baptist, so I don't know if that means he's hurt or if he's just they were saving him. Maybe just obviously it was against the D2, so now they're gonna play him against the D1 here in New Mexico. So just FYI on that. But I would like to bet New Mexico minus the 20.5 here. But I'm just going to stay away from it. First game as a coach for Eric Olin there in the pit. I don't want to bet East Texas A&M because I could see New Mexico just running away with this and winning by 25-30. But Trev could be on the right side of things, and there could be a little struggle in his first game there at the helm. So he could be spot on, and it could end up being a kind of a slogfest game, and they only win by 10-15, and it's kind of an easy cover. But I just think there's just too much variance. I think it's going to be either an easy cover or it could be a huge blowout, and I just don't want to kind of pick and choose that battle. I'm just going to kind of wait to see it. See how his team looks there in opening night in the pit. And then, like you said, Huff, a lot more opportunities on the season to back New Mexico at the pit. So if I have to miss out on this one just to play it safe, I'm going to.
All right. And the final game of the night, Eastern Washington goes to Loyola Marymount. Eastern Washington played UCLA really good. Now Loyola Marymount's laying points. It's kind of been the number's been bouncing from 8 to 7. I think Loyola Marymount wins this game comfortably. I think Eastern Washington, they had their little get-up spot. I don't know if they can match that 2 times in a row. And I like Loyola Marymount's home court, and I think it's got an advantage. So I will lay it with Loyola Marymount, the 7.5 to take me home at night, and maybe we'll be able to sweat it out tomorrow together or today, essentially. Let's go Loyola Marymount 7.5.
I'm with you. Was the UCLA game like a get up spot for Eastern Washington to get up, play their best and max effort? I mean, they lost by like 6 or 7, so maybe it was a max effort game and they just don't give a shit here. But I don't think LMU is good enough to lay 7.5 points. I mean, I get Eastern Washington we're not high on, but they just played UCLA really tough.
Exactly.
I know, but I just think Eastern Washington's going to be good enough to hang within this number, and I don't think LMU is good enough to pull away and win by nearly double digits. I'll take the dog here with Eastern Washington. I just don't think LMU is capable of winning by double digits, or let alone lay close to double digits. So I'll take Eastern Washington with the points here end the night.
Yeah, I'll be on Loyola Marymount here, minus the 7.5. Whoever Lincoln, California is, I feel sorry for them. Loyola Marymount absolutely just blew the brakes off of them. But in famous Trevor words, I think Eastern Washington blew their load against UCLA the other night. So I'll back Loyola Marymount here. I think they win this with their up-tempo pace, and they can kind of win this by double digits is good, kind of what I'm seeing. So I'll take the 7.5, wherever it is right now, and this will be my tuck me in play, and we'll kind of go from there.
And yes, and just a reminder, everyone, we are with Rhythm. Promo code for Rhythm, 25% off the first month when you sign up with our promo code PFP25. So make sure to sign up. Go to Rhythm. They got all predictive insights, predictive modeling, creating your own model with how functional you want to be. Our Rhythm play of the day is the under 155.5 in Butler and Southern Indiana. We love that play. So Elliot and I definitely tailed it. And we're going to take the under 155.5. It's Rhythm's recommended. So that is our promo code for Rhythm. Rhythm likes that Southern Indiana plays limited possessions, it appears, likes this play slower pace. I don't think they'll be able to score enough for to match that full game total. So Butler, USI, under 155.5. Rhythm play of the day with the Pump Fake Pod. And then make sure to sign up for with our promo code PFP25 for 25% off in your first month. All right, guys. You know the drill. Fave parlay 1-0. Let's close this out here for the final time. Not as many games, but we did it on a limited slate last night. Who wants to lead us off?
All right.
I'm gonna take Mark. I'm gonna take either. I was eyeing between Marquette and Indiana. I'm gonna ride my Hoosiers. Indiana minus 26.5. Let's lay the wood, lay the big number, and I want Indiana to make Trevor money as well too, so you can be happy about Indiana. He's forced to bet it.
Yeah. If I got to pick here, I think I was with you. I kind of like Marquette. Sorry, not North. I like Marquette, but I also fan of East Texas A&M. So I will actually put my my favorite. No, I'll do it. Marquette. Give me Marquette.
No. Go with your gut. All
right. East Texas A&M plus 20.5.
He's gonna make me bet this one. I wanted to bet New Mexico, but I wanted to stay off this. Now I have to bet this. So, and yes, I have a pencil sharpener for everyone that just heard that. By the
Yeah.
Huff, what was? Sorry, go for it, Elliot. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just Huff. What was your play again? Sorry.
Indiana minus 26.5.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Yep. Elliot, take us home. Carrie. 1-0.
Oh.
So hey, we hit a plus 590. So if you're 1 unit, you're up 5.9 units. We got money to play with.
Yep. So I'm gonna I'll ride with another total. I rode with the total last night, and I'm just gonna stick with our Rhythm play of the day. Include that in the fave parlay, and I'll ride with the under 155 in the Southern Indiana Butler game. It was one that stood out to me even before we looked at it and found it on Rhythm, and that Rhythm agreed with us. So I'll ride with that as my fave parlay. I'll be the totals guy, I guess. Maybe a little cringe, but we'll go with the under 155 in that Butler game.
All right. So minus 26.5 IU, East Texas A&M plus 20.5, and Butler, Southern Indiana under 155.5. Pump Fake Pod, guys. Any final thoughts here? Just our third episode for the betting episodes. I'm feeling great. I'm loving this season. I can't believe it's already here. It's going to be feast week. I put in my PTO already for Thanksgiving. I'm off Monday, Tuesday. I'm off Wednesday. And the company gives us Thursday, Friday off. So you bet your bottom dollar I'll be watching feast week. I'm already counting down the days till that happens. This is November, as John Rothstein would say. I'm loving it, man. The college basketball slate's giving. Got some buzzer beaters. Got some upsets. Got some dominant performances. Got some up-and-coming players, some star players coming out of the blue. So I'm excited for this year and the parity amongst college basketball this season.
Me too. That parlay plus 627.
Ooh, a little better than this time. Okay.
Yes, sir. Plus 627.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Yes, and everyone in the chat, thank you so much. Pump Fake Pod to the moon, as all the homies say. Appreciate all you guys and your support. And yes, thank you to. We're happy to have Rhythm, and we'll be doing like a play of the day from Rhythm. So we won't be giving the entire sauce out, but we're definitely going to give an outlook under the hood, a little hood pop into some Rhythm plays of the days. And they have multiple plays. So we kind of just pick one to go off of. So that's kind of on our end too, but tons of stuff. So make sure to go to Rhythm, use that promo code PFP25. Make sure to like and subscribe to Pump Fake Pod. I'm at Michael_Huffer3. Listen to Jen, the realist. Click that like button on your way out. Appreciate you. It supports us. It helps us grow. We've started a new segment, so maybe even more channels coming from the Pump Fake. I mean, it's endless here. We're excited for the growth, and we want to continue growing. It's all thanks to you guys, and appreciate your support.
100%.
All right.
Peace
and love. See you guys tomorrow. Probably earlier than the 11:30 Eastern tomorrow. So another lighter slate for the weekday. We'll be able to run through it in under 2 hours. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Thursday. We're back to 60 games at least. We should spread these out though. NCAA, what are we doing? This is bogus. Should be day hoops all week.
On Friday, yeah. Friday's got like 60 games, I think.
Yeah. I got KenPom pulled up here actually.
Well, no, like Friday, like our Thursday night episode to Friday will be bigger, I think.
Yeah. I will say the basketball they do a good job here before football's over of loading that Friday slate for a lot of the college basketball, which is nice. I do like that, especially when college football only has like 2 or 3 games. So they definitely load up that college basketball Friday slate, which is always nice. Because I think, while we enjoy the 4.5, 5 hour mega shows on Friday nights, they get a little long, and we do think that they can maybe spread the love a little bit on Friday and Sunday rather than have 120 some games on a Saturday. So I like it when they spread it out kind of a little bit more like this.
Yeah, Saturday, got a lot of games on Saturday. So Friday night, stay tuned. We'll drop all our episode content and timing. We're here. Pump Fake Pod's rolling. 2025, 26. All picks are on the pick sheet. Hopefully we can get that AI stuff rolled out for releasing picks. But for now, the sheets work. Thanks, Jen. Jen was the one that came up with the idea. I remember it like it was yesterday. Thanks, Jen. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Ken, Brandon, North Sax, Rayman, Redman, Hasty, Jacob, so many people if I missed. Thank you so much, though, for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow at the Pump Fake Pod. Make sure to like, subscribe.
Doodles.